Hello again, folks and modelers. So today will be a part 2 build update and also completion on this PLA Navy Type 071 Amphibious Transport Dock. So it's a trumpeter kit at 1/700 scale. So let's just straight away get in to the kit. So I'm gonna turn this around so that we can have a better background. So I'm gonna move the ship in a bit, shift my camera down. Okay, so the ship is just completed. It's fresh out from the oven. So this is in a glance what it will look like. So I think in my part 1, I just got it started, haven't painted anything. But this kit, it didn't take too long to finish, so I thought I might just as well finish it and come back with a completion build. So, as you can see, the hull, everything has been painted. And there's something I would like to correct on what I've mentioned previously, which is I mentioned that I painted all the decks, then I painted the hull separately, but yeah, that was actually maybe not such a good idea, because after I had this after I attached all the decks, there were gaps everywhere in between these, because these two pieces are half hulls, so definitely there will be some gaps between when we fit in these decks, and especially at the back here. There were quite a very big gaps on these the back piece here. So yeah, a lot of filling has to be done. I think it was almost like 0.5 to 1 millimeter gap. But so I got all that filled in and all the edges. And yeah, there's quite a bit of a cleaning up to do. And then I had to actually repaint the deck and the hull again. But it's not entirely, I didn't have to paint the entire thing. It was more like a touch-up kind of a painting. So it wasn't so bad actually. So what are the extra things that I've added here? I've added these all these railings at the back here, and on this this control tower here. So all these are the generic railings which does not come with the kit. And as reference, I did look at the 1/350 scales version, which shows where all the railings are supposed to go. So for this front piece here, it was really difficult to cut into this curve shape. So yeah, I think this part is a bit screwed up. I couldn't cut it nicely to angle it. So yeah, it doesn't look that good actually. But for the rest of the other places, it's just there are a little bit of angle here. So basically the edges of the railings have to be cut to fit to all these curves on the edge. And same goes for this side. I couldn't cut to fit to these curves over here. Yeah, so I think this part looks a bit horrible. And for this part here, I'm supposed to cut the railings to fit into this edge here, but instead I've put it on the inner side of the deck. But it's supposed to be exactly at the edge, so I think this was a bit of a mistake. But I didn't want to redo it again, so I have actually just left it that way. Yep. So here, all the tiny bits, you know, it was painted off, painted by hand, freehand, which is actually one of my... I like painting all these small things with a brush because it makes the ship comes to look alive. And for riggings, I did a little bit of rigging. Not sure if you can see at the back here. So little bit of riggings, and all these things sticking out here, these are just stretch sprues, you know. I believe it's some kind of antenna. I've seen it in the photos. So I just stick it everywhere, and also like here, I believe these are supposed to be antennas, which I have added. And besides the railings, all these ladders are also photo etch ladders, which I have added all around everywhere here. So the ladders, railings have been added, and here's the two helicopters. So and I made this to be in a open position, and inside here there was a big gap, so I filled this that gap with a plastic card over here. Same goes on the other side. So those were the things which I've done a little bit extra for this kit. There's also railings here where the boat is sitting. Okay, and so for the LCACs, there are two of these LCACs, but there was only one decal given. So this other one doesn't have the numbers on it. And I have the Ming's 1/700 scale. This is from the PLA Navy Hainan. And if I compare this, it's just totally not the same size. But it is the Type 762, I believe. So I was wondering which would be the correct size. So what I did was I went on the net to find out the length and beam. So when I measured this Trumpeter's LCAC here, so this is the one that is correct in size. So unfortunately for Ming, yeah, you got it wrong. But the funny thing is, the LCAC size is correct, but it doesn't fit in to the ship. So most probably the interior hangar bay walls are probably too narrow. So they probably got the interior bay dimensions wrong. So this thing is not gonna go in. But this dimension is correct on the LCAC. Yep, so yeah, that's the thing about this kit. So now I'm just gonna move over to do a size comparison. So just hang on a minute. So I'm just gonna take this ship here, move it over, and I'm gonna be comparing today with the Type 07. This is the Type 075 PLA Navy Hainan, which is also an amphibious platform dock. So the Type 71 is a little bit smaller compared to this. So this Type 75 is supposed to be similar to the American LHD-1, the WASP. And this is supposed to be similar to the LDP New York, LDP 21, I think. So that's just the, you know, I think the Chinese, they do copy a lot of the Americans' ship. And also, for size comparison's sake, I have the Nimitz. So I'm just gonna put this Type 71 next to the Nimitz to see the size. So from the top, you get this kind of size. So it does look, you know, this Type 71 is actually quite big actually. I mean, because Nimitz is a really big ship. But still, this Type 71 does still looks big. So, okay. So that's for the size comparison. So the verdict on this kit, it was very simple, except for the, like I said, the deck fittings were a bit off because, you know, because it is a 2-half hull, so there will be gaps actually. So, but nothing that cannot be taken care of. So I think this kit was pretty good, easy to, you know, I did it in, I think it took me like what, about 2 to 3 weeks to get it done. And initially I did, you know, since the paint was really glossy, I did a matte finish on it, but it didn't look good, so I resprayed back a semi-gloss. And maybe for the real ship it is in flat color, but I think for models, for kits, it will definitely look better in a semi-gloss finish. So I sprayed back the semi-gloss finish to, you know, just so that it looks better. So okay, so I think that's it for my PLA Navy 071 completed build review, and I hope you like it. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you like it, and after this I'll be back with another kit review, and then I'll probably start building it. So until then, happy modeling. and cheers for now. Goodbye.